Keep it here if you go. There.
That one should be on too. There we go.
Should work. Look at me, I'll give you
All right, check, check. Is this thing on? All right. Excuse me. Here we are, back at the Priest Valley Arena for a Sunday morning semifinal matchup. First is Kamloops Blazers versus the Kelowna Heat. Blazers 4-0 in the round robin, coming off of a couple of nice blowout wins yesterday. I think there were 2 blowout wins. It's Sunday and we're in church here at Priest Valley. There's probably a clergyman lurking around somewhere. I believe the Heat are 2-2 in this tournament. There's the buzzer to collect the pucks. And the Blazers battle each other to get the pucks into the bucket. That's an impressive effort.
Put on my coat. Just like this. What's it mean? I'm not taking I just didn't take it. It's 7:45 in the morning. On a Friday.
Who's doing the talk in the middle? Looks like Krymusa may be doing the talking in there. Who is that? 81, I think? Yeah. The Blazers having a serious pregame huddle in front of the net. Have their cheer, and here they go. Starting for the Blazers, we got Murphy, Wallace, and Draxel. Wilson and McKegg on the blue line. This game today brought to you by Parents Incomes. You're going to need one if your kid plays hockey. And the puck's down, remember off. Puck dumped in to the blue line by the Heat, picked up by Traxel and turned back towards center. Heat pick it up at center, makes a move, attacks the blue line, but sweeped up by Traxel. He gets knocked off his stick and it's knocked down below the goal line. McKegg tumbles his man and Wilson turns back and heads it up ice. It's stopped. And it's offside as the Heat try to turn it back a little too early. Both teams change. Henderson line with Wallace and Zernhout. Puck's down. One back to the Heat D. He gets to the red line and dumps it in. It bounces awkwardly through the blue paint. Dangerous. Zernhout finds it and makes a breakout pass to Giesbrook. And the Blazers are off to center, but they're rejected right again. A little bit of neutral zone play. Can't make the blue line. Battling on the boards of the Blazers. Finally, Nielsen gets it off the blue line, but it's right to the D-man, and they push it back out. Zernhout stops his man at the blue line. And Giesbrook tries to put it back out. The Heat find it, and Wallace finds the puck as it bounces off Irwin's stick, and Wallace looks up ice. Makes the pass to Wallace. Wallace throws it at the open gate and just manages to bounce out. Blazers can't seem to get the puck in the other end yet. Wallace making a move. Maybe he'll advise, but Wallace is back to pick it up. Wallace looking. Finds Henderson, Carmusa. Cooper, big end his own. They get one towards the net, and they cause a freeze in the ozone. So we got an offensive zone draw. Cazzetto and Barwise on D. Cazzetto steps into one, kicked away by the Heat goaltender. Heat D-man twists and turns behind the net and ribs it around to his winger. Winger man has to chip it out, but Cazzetto's there to stop it at the board, and he pumps it back down. Heat D-man with it again, looking up the board. Stretch pass, he finds his man, tries to break in, but Barwise and Cazzetto are all over him. But it's picked up, loose puck picked up by the Heat. He backhands it towards the net. Irwin punches it with his blocker to the side. Barwise all over his man. Barwise goes down. There's a 2-on-2 battle out of the corner. Barwise punches his man, and he's going to get a penalty for that. Just missed by the Heat. Now Irwin's way out of his net. Barwise tackles his guy again. Or that wasn't Barwise tackling. Who was that? Carmusa with a desperate defensive play as the Irwin was way out of his net. Blazers starting a little slow here today, but they're good at killing penalties. Knock on wood. Puck is down. One back to the Heat D. He goes to the corner, rims it around. It's behind the net. Or the Heat try to work it out. He plays it back to his D-man. Murphy putting pressure on. Wilson defending now in the corner. Good stick by Wilson, deflect it, picked up by Henderson and down the ice. Heat pick it up behind their own net. They do a pass to nobody, and McKegg licks his chops as he hammers it back down into the Heat zone. Heat pick it up on the half boards. Surveying the ice is their D-man. He weaves up the middle. Nice zone entry. Long shot. Misses the net. But the Heat pick it up on the other side. Boxing up are the Blazers. Working behind the net are the Heat. Puck pops out into the blue paint, but Traxel finds it and sends it down the ice. Nielsen now applying pressure in the offensive zone. He causes some turnovers. Heat having trouble in the neutral zone. Now they got some time and space. Attacking. Number 4 from the Heat. He driving. He's got a shot on that. Nice save by Irwin. As he walked right through. Another nice save by Irwin as he comes across. And the Heat are pushing hard. Looking for a whistle. We got him jamming away at the net. And Irwin comes up big on the penalty kill. Wallace at center with Giesbrook, Zernhout, and Wallace on the point. Zernhout picks it up behind his net. He hammers it down the ice. Picked up by the Heat behind the net. Big try to stretch pass. Zernhout just gets his stick on it. And the Heat player's out ahead. Irwin knocks it back behind the net. Zernhout finds it and puts it down nice. Not down the ice. Doesn't get to the blue line, but not out. Zernhout finds it on the stick again. He goes off the boards and out, and he gets to the red line. Heat turn it back in the neutral zone. D to D. Looking up ice. Nice move by the big D-man Wilkes. Wilkes gets tied up going through. Good sticks by the Blazers. Cooper pushed down. He's unable to get the puck out. Wallace gets on his puck, stick on the puck. Slapper from the point. Misses the net. Zernhout boxes his man out. Cooper finds the puck. And he tries to go cross ice to Wallace. Wallace wasn't ready for it. Wallace finds the puck out. He goes backhand cross ice to Zernhout. Zernhout's had enough down the ice. Nice job by Carmusa to cut the play off, break out from the Heat. But the Heat find the puck anyway, and they cut up the middle. Going wide. Looking dangerous. Backhand wide by number 4. He's been looking dangerous today. Letcher. Heat stick handling on the outside. Blazers keeping him on the outside, but not able to get the puck out. Good interception by Henderson. He goes off the boards and around. And they get it down the offensive zone. Looking to establish some pressure on the Blazers. They cut the puck off and try to get it back deep. Battling on the board, still in the blue line. Tries to throw it opposite corner, but D-man's there. Oh my word! There's another penalty on the Blazers as Carmusa bumps his man on the way by, and they're going to give that penalty. Penalty for pushing. So, Blazers killing a penalty again in the first period. What do you know? Traxel down. Wilson battling his man. He's 2-on-1. Unable to come up with the puck. Heat come out from behind the net. Serve in. Back to the D. Kept in by the Heat D. They pump it back down. Keg reads the play. Pushes his man. He's on the puck and unable to get it. Nice angled shot by the Heat. It goes wide. Picked up by the D-man. Good pressure by the Blazers. Still unable to get it out. Finally, it's got by Murphy, and he gets it to the red line. But the Heat jammed him up. Nice stick by Murphy as it pokes through. Traxel almost gets through, but it puck's knocked off his stick. Then McCaig hammers it down the ice. Picked up behind the net by the Heat. Long breakout cross ice pass. And they're off to the races. Make a play to the middle, unable to bring it in. Wallace finds it and down the ice. Nielsen throwing some pressure on the PK. Puck comes up the sideboards for the Heat, but Wallace is on it. Wallace finds it and throws it down the ice. Oh, Wallace throws it over the glass.
That was off an extra 10 seconds out of that.
And with running time, that's a great move. No delay of game penalty in this league. Puck's down. Cooper gets pushed down off the draw. Giesbrook after it. Hits his stick and bounces out to center. Picked up by Wilkes, D-man for the Heat. He goes D to D. Heat trying to go up the boards, but that's read easily by the Blazers. Blazers get control. Barwise pegs Cooper in the spine. Cooper shakes it off. Cooper on his man, swings at it. Nice save by Irwin as the Heat break in. Nice block by Barwise. The Heat have a little bit of a shooting gallery, and nice work done by the Blazers D and goal there. Good back pressure by the Blazers. The Heat circling. Trying to set something up in the offensive zone. Tough pass by the Heat, and Henderson finds it. Henderson looking dangerous. Cross ice pass. Shot. Goal. No. Not a goal. Looks like it. I don't know what happened there, but thought it bounced in and out. It didn't. And the Heat come back at it. Shot by, and Irwin punches it out with his blocker. Big rebound. Heat pick it up. Back to the D. He rips it towards the net. It's kicked by Irwin. Sits there just off the side of the net. Lawless and his man are tied up. And Henderson picks it up. He's looking to carry it out. He's back down the ice. And Kaimusa picks it up behind the D man. He tries to cut to the net. Nice play by the Heat D. Stop Kaimusa from cutting in. Kaimusa behind the Heat net, controlling the puck. He get pushed down. No call. Might have wiped out his own feet there a bit. Comes up the boards. They're playing on the half boards. The Heat with it now, but puck's banging around. And the Heat trying to get out over the blue line, but right onto Wilson's stick. Wilson fans on it. The Heat pressure him. Heat on the attack again. Stops, delays as the Heat forward. Wallace finds the puck behind the goal line. Kaimusa heavy on his stick. The Heat pick it up, back to the D. Shot towards the goal. Irwin, he takes it off the chest and punches it out to Murphy, who has a nice cross-ice pass, just gets under Wallace's stick. And they battle away up at center ice by the players' bench. McKegg goes D to D. Nice play. Wilson on the attack. Wilson dumps a looper in. Just goes off the Heat goalie, and it's behind the net. Blazers get the puck again, managed to keep it in the zone. You got Nielsen on it. Heat pick it up though and carry it out with speed over the center line. Aggressive play by Traxel to dispossess his man. He picks up the puck and looking dangerous. That was a shot. Little sinker on the goalie that he sees all the way. I thought I saw the middle pad get hit. It even sounded like it. Offensive zone draw for the Blazers. Puck is down. They can get it towards the net, but not on. Henderson battling his man in the corner. Lifts the stick. Puck pops out in the middle. And the Heat end up with it. They attack center ice. They make the blue line. Pizzetto squeezes his man off. But he's still with the puck. Is 12. Turan for the Heat. He's been noticed a few times this game. Nielsen able to get the puck, and Henderson finds it. Puts it out to the red line. The Heat managed to stop it and get in their zone, and they regroup and attack again. Cutting to the middle. Is the Heat towards the goal. Irwin kicks it aside. Pizzetto with it. Pizzetto looking. He finds Cooper's stick. Cooper finds Kaimusa. Kaimusa gets on his horse and he tries to go wide. It cuts in. He might have had his man if he kept going wide. Kaimusa doing some work below the goal line. He tries to center it. Turn out with it. He rips it towards the goal. It hits a Heat player in the hand. That stung him. They're going to call it a hand pass. Not allowed to do a hand pass in the D zone in this league. So 6:30 left, 0-0. Offensive zone draw for the Blazers. Puck is down. One back to Zernhout. Zernhout puts it down in the corner to Carmusa. Carmusa cycles deep for Wallace. Wallace behind the net. It bounces awkwardly off the boards, but Carmusa finds it. He tries to center it. But it's thrown back up the ice by the Heat. Wallace beats his man back. He weaves and turns. He's looking to turn up ice. Nice pass by Wallace. Wallace to Wallace. Bounce pass. Cooper picks it up. Cooper looking for a man. Zernhout finds it. He puts it deep to Cooper. Cooper tries to center it. Wallace finds it on his stick. He rips it high and wide. And the Heat find it on the half boards and try to attack. It's a skate. Comes back to him. The Heat, Zernhout finds it. It's bouncing puck on the blue line. Now Wallace picks it up. He goes behind his own net. He's looking. Wallace to Wallace, or to Traxel, sorry. Traxel to Henderson, and a nice crisp breakout for the Blazers. Shot towards the goal by Henderson. It bounces around, almost tricks the goalie. The Heat goalie's swimming a bit, but he manages to keep it out. Play goes to the corner. They battle it out. Centering attempt by the Blazers. Doesn't get there. Stays behind the net. Heat find it. McKegg. He pumps it back down as it pops up the blue line. The line's on a stick. Blazers wide open in front. Traxel, this is it. Now Traxel gets run over. Put down hard on his back. And there's going to be a call for that. Traxel was horizontal there for a second. After missing the net, he gets creamed, yeah. There's a juicy rebound there. And Traxel, not sure what hurts more right now. His pride or his lungs? So, offensive zone draw for the Blazers. Looks like, I don't know who's at center. Wallace. Wallace down for the draw. He wins it to the half boards. They battle. Wallace finds it. Goes cross ice to McKegg. McKegg looking again. Cross ice. The Blazers are looking to find some seam passes here in the offensive zone. Wilson reads the stretch pass. He shuts that down. He finds it, gives it to Wallace. Wallace slips. He tries to attack the blue line. But they make the blue line, and he's put down deep by Giesbrick, I think. Down low is Nielsen. He gives it to Wallace. Wallace looking. Wallace dangerously shoots. Kicked away by the Heat goalie. Down low is McKegg. He falls. Dispossessed by the puck. Heat defender falls as he rips it around the boards. Reverse back by the Heat. Some nice moves by the Heat defenders. He tries to make another. Oh, he ices it. That's right. PK. Oh, the Heat are the first one on the puck as Irwin has to punch it out. The Heat's still on the puck. Oh. Tries to play it back, but there's too many counters, Blazers, and Carmusa picked it up as he attacks the zone. Goes down deep. He plays it back. Henderson with it. Has a rip. It's blocked. Blockered away by the Heat goalie. Picked up on the half wall. Cooper. It's in the skates. Ends up on Carmusa's stick. Carmusa working his man. Tries to dump it out, but Pizzetto's there. Nice work by him. Cooper in the slot. Nice kick out by the Heat goalie. It was there. Big rebound was there again, but cleared away by the Heat. Pizzetto, good job to hold the line. Oh, he can't hold the line. He finds it, goes cross ice to Barwise. He makes a nice quick play to Cooper, but it's called offside. So the Blazers with 50 seconds left on the power play. Looking to establish some zone time. Traxel on it. The Heat find it, and they throw it down the ice. Barwise coming back for it as Irwin punches it away with his paddle. Barwise looking up ice. He finds his man Murphy on the boards. And Murphy taps it to Wallace, and Wallace attacks the line and delays. He gives it to Pizzetto. Pizzetto rips it high and wide. Down low, Barwise knocks it to the corner. Kaimusa working down low. Or that's Murphy working down low. Traxel picks it up. He's looking to get to the net. It hits a skate and frozen by the Heat goal. Defensive zone draw. Man comes out of the box for the Heat, and it's 5-on-5. Blazers working it down low. Can't get to the middle. He does, just on the backhand for Traxel. He can't get it to the net. Traxel working out of the corner. Traxel squeezed. They reverse the puck back, and the Heat find it. They're looking to break it out. Looking for the big stretch passer of the Heat. Zernhout takes his man. He's careful not to take a penalty. The back checker finds his man. Zernhout knocks it back up and onto Murphy's stick. Murphy cross ice just ahead of Traxel. Traxel trying to track it down, and they're going to call it ice. We're not working? Oh. 30 seconds left. D-zone draw. The puck's down, one backwards by Henderson. Wilson doing battle against two Heat players. He loses it. Henderson comes in for help, though. And he comes up with the puck. He rims it up, and Nielsen picks it up on the half boards, and he should try to get it out. He does. He skates it, chips his player, keeps attacking. Looking for one chance. What happened there? Nielsen went down. Tripped on his own feet, maybe. McKay goes D to D. 1 second left. Wilson decides to hammer one into the Heat's toes. That's the oldest trick in the book. Yeah, a little bit of gamesmanship there. So 0-0 tie after one. They exchanged scoring chances. Seemed pretty even. A couple of penalties killed by the Blazers, and I think there was one penalty that the Heat managed to kill. We got 4 refs on the ice. Did we have 4 refs the whole game? I didn't notice that. They're serious about the semifinal here at Priest Valley Arena. Here we go, second period. Puck's down. McKegg back for it. McKegg looking. He goes off the boards and up. Stopped by Wilkes on the Heat as Wilkes attacks the blue line and cuts across the middle. He throws one towards the goal, goes behind the net. Picked up by Giesbert. Giesbert goes up the boards and down the ice for an icing call. Defensive zone draw. It's down. Puck bounces behind into the corner. Picked up by the Blazers. They try to reverse it. Picked up by the Heat. Right through the crease. All the way to the point man. But Wallace pressures him and comes up with the puck. Wallace still with it. Nice backhand pass across to Cooper. As Cooper delays a little too long at the blue line and Wallace goes offside. Neutral zone draw. One back by the Blazers. Gazzetto, he gets it and rips it down. Stop behind the net by the goalie. And the Heat pick it up and rim it around. Wallace reads it. He stops it. But the Heat come off the boards with it. Nice little breakout play by the Heat. Heat try to get it towards the net. Wallace picks it off. He takes it around the corner, tries to get it up the boards, but it's intercepted. Shot to the boards, the goal, and Irwin brings a floater down into his glove. Defensive zone drop for the Blazers. Puck's down. One back by the Heat, but it bounces over the D-man's stick and he has to retreat. He's looking cross ice. He goes up ice instead. And the Heat are on the attack. Nice stick by, who's that? Lawless. He dispossesses his man. Lawless has a dangle behind the net. He's looking to get it out. It just gets to the boards, or to the D-man. He pumps it back down. Tracks it, squeezes his man. Blazers trying to work it up the boards. Henderson on it. Now Zernhel pushes his man. Gives him another push. But puck gets back to the Heat D. They go D to D. That's puck movement. Puck gets shot down wide behind the goal. The Heat still working it. Back to the D. Towards the goal. Blocked by Murphy. Now the Blazers are trying to break out. Nice sticks by the D, but good sticks by the Heat defense as they thwart a chance by the Blazers. Could have been an odd man rush. Zerno breaks up the pass, but the puck gets deep still. Zerno hacks his man around the back of the net. Heat squeezed off by, who's that? Wallace squeezes his man off. Now Traxel looking dangerous. Breakaway. Traxel scores! Traxel overpowers his man, takes the puck and goes roof job. Right where you keep your regrets. And it's 1-0 Blazers. Puck's down at center. Heat on the attack again, but Wilson with it. Wilson goes to the half boards and dumped in by Nielsen, and the Blazers get a chase. Wallace first on the forecheck. Rimmed around by the Heat's D, but easily read by Giesbrecht. Puck comes back to McKegg, who puts a soft one over to the sideboards, but it keeps it deep. Wilkes on the D, looking up ice for the Heat. He tries to make a pass. It just gets to the blue line. Oh, it gets through. Wilkes with it again. He scores. Puck bounced through the Blazer D somehow, and Wilkes kind of made a pass to himself as he found it on the other side and put one low glove side on Irwin. Puck down at center. 1-1. Blazers come out with it. Cooper. He's attacking with speed. He protects the puck. Looking to get the puck towards the net. Little backhand. Doesn't get on. Carmusa puts it back behind the net. And Cooper finds it. comes up, or the Heat D come up with the puck and they go cross ice. Attacking now. They bobble the puck. Henderson manages to get in the way. And Carmusa ends up with the puck in his own zone. He's looking. He goes cross ice to Gazzetto. Gazzetto, nice breakout pass, and here come the Blazers. Carmusa looking to go wide. Carmusa centers, just gets under Barwise's stick, and the puck comes outside the blue line. Barwise goes cross ice to Gazzetto. Gazzetto looks deep. He rips it down the ice, right into the glove of the Heat goalie, who handles it easily. He leaves it for his D-man, who looks up ice, cross ice. Good stick by Murphy to slow that down. Jamming up the neutral zone of the Blazers. The Heat find it and they try to get it deep. Ends up on Zernhout's stick. Zernout goes D to D to Lawless. Lawless headmans the puck to Traxel. Traxel attacking. Nice job by Wallace to stay on side there. He turns back. Goes back to the D. Wallace had to reach and poke that. He managed to keep it in. Nice play by Wallace. Murphy finds it in the corner. Murphy gets run over in the corner, and there's going to be a call for that. It's going to be a good hit a year from now. Great body check. That behind the back stuff on the boards, just licking your chops when somebody does that. Yeah. So Murphy takes a hard shot in the corner, and it's going to be power play for 3 or less for the Blazers. Down the center, Wallace can't win it. Wilson can't quite get it as the puck goes down the ice. Blazers are getting outraced to the puck here on that power play. Just bouncing around the crease. Irwin's doing snow angels, but it stays out and picked up by Wilson, who stumbles his way up and smashes himself into the boards. He's looking sore. Oh no, that was Murphy, excuse me, and smashed himself into the boards. Now Wilson back with it. Wilson, now he smashes himself into the boards. A lot of Blazers players falling all over the ice right now. Ugly looking power play, but Wallace on the puck. They go cross ice and Giesbrecht gets it. Giesbrecht looking to go deep. He pushes it deep. Working hard as Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht and Nielsen on the puck. It's found. Barwise stops it. Now Barwise looking. Blazers looking to set up. There's Henderson. Henderson to Cazzetto. Cazzetto with a shot. Kicked away by the goalie. Good chance. There's scores. Passed out to Henderson. Henderson eyes up the goal, and he has lots of time to put it right where he wants it. Not a hard shot, but it tickled the twine nonetheless. Nice job by Barwise on defense. He didn't get a point on that, but he kept the puck from coming out, and that let the whole play develop. So it's 2-1 Blazers. They get one on the power play. Now here come the Heat. They throw it towards the goal, but they miss. Off Gazzetto's skate. Barwise doing battle in the corner. He finds, doesn't get out, tries to get up the ice. Irwin has to kick a slapper away. Barwise, without his twig, he picks it back up. Oh, tough play on the Blazers there. They managed to hit a couple guys. The puck gets over the blue line. The Heat attack. Nice dangle by the Heat player. Too many guys, though. In the feet of Nielsen as he puts it cross ice to Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht throws it down into the corner as the Blazers go for a full-scale change. Attacking are the Heat now. They get it up the center. And they dump it in. Zernhout rushes back to get it. He picks it up behind his own goal. He's looking. He stops. Still looking. Slowing it down to Zernout. Finds his winger. Little chip play. Nice breakup by the Blazers. Wallace with it. Wallace cutting in. Looking dangerous. Nice blocker save by the Heat goalie. Zernout stops it at the blue line as it stays in. But gets centered. Breakaway pass. Lawless, he wipes out. Nice backhand goal by the Heat player. As again, they get one right downtown, down the middle of the ice. The Blazer D-men are falling over each other. Halfway through the game, it's 2-2. The Heat managed to answer quickly after every Blazer goal. Traxel with it. Off the draw. He's going wide. He slips. Picked up by the Heat player. Traxel wondering if he's going to get a call. He's not. Get up. Comes back to Wilson, who bobbles the puck right onto Wilkes' stick, who rips it wide. Breakaway pass for Traxel. He's just under his stick, but he pursues. And they're going to call that an icing. I thought it hit Traxel's stick, maybe? Traxel thinks it did. But it's an icing.
This is so cute. I feel like
Defensive zone draw for the Blazers.
I think that
Puck is down, won by the Blazers. Cazzetto with it. Cazzetto was a rim up the boards. It bounces over the Heat player's stick. Weak backhand by somebody there. Can't tell who that was. Traxel with it though. Traxel on the attack. He's turned back by Wilkes, but the puck is turned over to the Heat. As they look up ice, they go up the boards. Murphy on his man. He gets the stick on it. Barwise finds the puck in the middle and whacks at it. Now Nielsen chasing it. Turned over. Nielsen finds it. Nielsen still pursuing. Wilkes skates him right up the middle of the ice. Nice stick by Barwise to knock it back. Heat circling again. Cross ice. Back and forth. Nice read by Wallace. Wallace attacking. He shoots. Right in the guts of the goalie. And there's no rebound. So they got Wallace, Giesbrecht, and I don't know who's on the other side right there. Nielsen maybe? Lawless and Zernheld on D. Puck's down. Wallace. Puck bounces, gets to Lawless. Lawless hammers it. Goes off the glove of the goalie, and the rebound tried back into the blue paint, but no Blazers there. It comes out on the Heat stick. They go up the boards. Zernheld has it. He goes back up the boards. It bounces through Giesbrecht's legs. The Heat go D. Wallace finds it. Wallace looking to attack. He hits the boards hard as he's dispossessed. Heat on the attack. They shoot, kick the side, an easy one by Irwin. In the corner now, Zernheld pushes on his man. It's 2-on-2 in the corner. Heat protecting the puck down low. Digging behind the net. The Heat rim it up around the boards, and Nielsen tries to get it out. Doesn't quite get it though. And now the Heat get it out on themselves, but they still have possession. They go cross ice and they attack again. Stop and turn towards the net. Nice stick by Zernheld to knock it back up, and the puck goes down the ice. First on it is Henderson. Henderson looking for help. He protects the puck. Lifted his stick, but Carmusa comes in to help. Now here's Carmusa looking dangerous. He throws it towards the net, and it's punched away by the Heat goalie. Nice stop there. Cooper, he gets it deep. Carmusa looking to go towards the net. He protects the puck. Carmusa 1-on-3, can't make anything happen. Now Cooper back checking on his man as he shuts that down and gets the puck. He puts it back to Wilson. Wilson's looking for a pass to Carmusa. Carmusa cuts into the middle. Nice work by the defender to slow him down. Stretch pass. And the Heat attack. McKegg pushes his man wide. Backhand pass through the crease. Ends up on a Heat stick, but Heat has to turn back. Wilkes throws one from the point, a floater. It goes behind the net. Ends up on the back of the net, and the ref calls stoppage. Puck's down defensive zone. Zetto backhands it around. Picked up by Barwise. Barwise up to... Can't tell who that is, but... Breakout guys. And it shoved back towards the Blazers' blue line. A little bit of neutral zone play here. Up by the scorekeeper box. They hack away at it. A little bit of whack fuck at center ice. And the puck's one back to Barwise. Barwise throws it to the open ice for Wallace. Wallace chips it on. Wallace lifts the stick. Battling hard. Oh, the puck is loose, though. The puck was loose. A clicking whistle by the ref. And Cooper was looking to regroup. Offensive zone draw for the Blazers. Henderson at center, flanked by Traxel and Murphy. Zetto and Barwise on deep. Barwise finds it. He tries to put it deep. Doesn't go deep. It's in the feet. A couple of Heat players down as they dig away at it. Henderson comes up with it. Shoots. Nice blocker save by the Heat goalie. Henderson protects. He's looking for a play. Henderson cycles back. He's 1-on-2 in the corner. He cycles around behind the net. Traxel tries to center it. It's still kicking around in the crease. Busy sticks for the Orange. Murphy finds it. Murphy looking back to the D-man. Now here's Barwise looking dangerous. He rips it. He doesn't get much on that one, and it's easily picked off by the Heat, and down the ice skates 96, covered in snow. 96 tries a short side roof job. It goes over the net. It can't be held, not held by the Heat, and the Blazers are on it. Blazers got two. Murphy tries to get across to the streaking Traxel. He can't get it to him. Now Murphy's still with the puck. Zetto with it. Zetto looking to rip it. Just tipped by Traxel over the net. That one was humming. Now breakout pass by the Heat. It gets down deep. Lawless picks it up. He's looking to wheel behind his own net on the backhand. He cuts back. He has nothing. Nice cross-ice pass to Nielsen. Nielsen gets stick hack out of his hands, and that's going to draw a penalty. So, power play for the Blazers. At center is Wallace, flanked by Giesbrick and Nielsen. Wallace tries to win it back. He loses. Wilkes picks it up after the draw. He's looking to get it down the ice, and he does. Right on Irwin's stick. Zerno picks it up. Zerno goes stretch pass up the boards. It bounces through Giesbrick's feet. He's unable to get it. Now Wilkes looking down ice again, and it goes right back on Irwin's paddle. Zerno picks it up again. Zerno gets dispossessed in the corner. He presses his man, though. He gets some help from Wallace. They're trying to dig the puck out. Wallace ends up with it. Wallace skating slowly up the middle, looking for holes. He goes to Nielsen. Nielsen sets up. Lawless hammers it. He hits Wallace. Wallace gathers it, shoots, just misses. Now Wilson picks it up on the half boards. Wilson goes to center. He finds it on the side of the net through the crease, but kicked out by the goalie. Now Henderson looking. Wilson with the puck. Wilson back to Henderson. Henderson looking for a pass, can't find it. It's a good stick by the Heat, but Henderson finds it on his stick. McKegg. He goes to Wilson. Wilson plans on it. We got a breakaway for the Heat. Nice back check by McKegg, but it's ripped top corner. And that's a short-handed goal. Off a tough blue line play exchanged by the D-man. So the Blazers down 3-2 with 3 minutes left in the second. Still on the power play though. Looking to answer. Cazzetto with it. Cazzetto goes cross ice. He finds Camusa. Camusa misses the net on a grade A chance. But the Blazers maintain possession. Cazzetto with a good pinch. Cazzetto trying to work it to the middle. He's unable to. But down the ice by the Heat. Back goes Barwise for it. Barwise stops behind his own net. Surveys the landscape. And he carries it up the middle. Barwise headman pass. No ice is Cooper. Races it to be first to the puck. Picked up behind the net by Musa. Behind the net, the Heat gained the puck and they have an easy breakout. Barwise gets a free puck at center and he puts it back. But it's picked up by a Heat player who tacks the blue line. Finds the feet. Barwise again with the puck. Barwise looking for some help. He goes wide to Wallace. You can't quite get around his man. Battling on the blue line. Now cross ice to Cooper. Wallace finds it. Wallace and Cooper battling. Wallace again. Wallace tries to muscle his man. But the Heat find it. Nice stick by Cooper. Looking to Wallace. Wallace looking to shoot. He has a nice little backhand to the net. But it's staved easily by the Heat goalie. Wallace on the draw. He wins on it back to Zernhout. Zernhout. He goes deep with it to Murphy. Murphy goes cross ice, hits the skate. Wallace wins the puck. Wallace tries to center it. He's pinched off by his player. And this put down the ice as Wallace can't quite keep it in the zone. Wallace with it now though. Wallace looking to go for a skate. Wallace with speed, he cuts to the middle. Finds Wallace's stick. Another long shot. The Blazers going to have to try to get a little bit closer to the net. Or get a rebound or something. This goalie is gobbling everything up. Henderson at the draw. Henderson wins it back to Zernow. Zernow rips it towards the goal, saved by the goalie. Picked up by the Heat D-man. Puck's there for the Blazers. They can't pick it up though. Wilkes looking dangerous. He's cutting hard. He shoots. Nice save by Irwin and the puck's ripped around. Irwin lost the stick. This puck's still in the defensive zone for the Blazers as they battle to get it out over the blue line, but can't. Back goes Zernhout for it. He's pursued. He tries to rip a rim down, and that should get out. Nielsen cracks it against the boards and manages to get it out. 17 seconds left. The Heat lurking dangerously these last 10 seconds. Into the slot, can't get it. 10 seconds left. Could have been a good chance there, but the Blazers can't get it out. And still unable to get it out of the Blazers. They're just looking around. Danger shot to the net. It whiffles off the big guy's stick. And that'll finish the period. As they exchange goals, exchange leads into the third, it's 3-2 for the Heat.
I ran the stop sign and I stomped on it because I went the wrong way for hockey. I ran two stop signs, like one way by my house. Pretty down up like Monday to the other ring. I'm like, oh my god. The guy comes to the window and I'm like, sorry, officer. I'm really bad like this. After the here in the hospital, you gotta get there 55 minutes. And you like, what is your registration? And I'm like, one to the bus, like, I can't find it. Because my driver's like, he goes back and he's like, we'll give you the speeding ticket. Speeding, he's like, we'll give you right stop sign. They'll like street sign. Okay, give it. So I go back. 6 days. I'm just actually driving to pick up my daughter. The same stop sign. I don't know. I guess the one pedal driving, like I don't fully let off the brake just like stop. Yeah, I go down hill.
So it's 3-2 for the Heat. The Blazers looking to have a comeback win as they've done a couple times already in this tournament. They haven't played their best game thus far. A little disjointed offensively. There's 20 minutes left. Wallace on the draw at center. Puck is down. On it is Kramusa. Kramusa is trying to take his man wide. Kramusa backhand behind the net. Picked up by Wallace on the other side. Wallace tries to cut to the middle for Cooper. Wilson finds it. He tries a weak backhand, but it keeps deep. Ends up on Wilson's stick again. Wilson looking for Kramusa in the middle. It doesn't get there. The Heat attacking. Nice little play. It gets towards the paint, but Wallace breaks it out from behind the net to McKegg. McKegg throws it down the ice for an icing. Defensive zone draw for the Blazers. Henderson at center. It's in the feet. Henderson ends up with it. Henderson looks up ice, but he puts it behind his own net for Cazzetto. Cazzetto off the boards for Bauwise. Bauwise picks it up in the corner. He goes up the boards to Murphy. Murphy cross ice to Traxler, who finds it. And he's looking to take it wide. Traxler protecting the puck. He throws it towards the goal. It almost trickles through as the goalie has to dive back to freeze it. Ozone drop for the Blazers. Could use a clean win here. Face off. Puck is down. In the ref skates. Thanks, ref. Back for the Heat. They rim it around. The Heat working behind their own goal line, looking for a breakout. Up to their winger. He finds it. He punches it forward on a little backhand sauce. They dump it in wide of Irwin. Barwise back for it. He protects. Ooh, he's put into the boards hard, and Barwise doesn't like it. Nasty shot on Barwise. He goes head first into the boards. Pops up, unhappy about what happened to him, and there's going to be a penalty for that. A little bit of a vicious play. Barwise getting his breath on the boards there. They're going to take him off and give him the old eye test. So 2 minutes or less for the Blazers. Last power play didn't go so well for the Blazers. I think they gave one up. Back to Lawless. Lawless looking. He goes beta D to Zernout. Zernout shoots. And it just goes wide. Up the boards. Lawless finds it. He pumps it back down. Blazers on it. Down low. Nice move by the Heat D-man to get around two Blazer forecheckers. And he throws it down the ice. Lawless with it. Lawless looking up ice to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to get it deep. Falls. Puck's still over the blue line there. We got 3 Blazers on it. Comes out to Lawless, his feet. Battling hard. Keep it in the zone. And it's still there. Lawless. He rips one. It hits the stick and bounces on goal. Frozen by the Heat tender. Wallace at center. Ref didn't like the setup on the draw there. Irwin goes for some cardio. Goes and gets the puck at center.
Oh, yeah. Because the pools are full, right?
Puck down. Battling in the corner. Back to McKegg. McKegg goes D to D to Wilson. He goes back to McKegg. McKegg looking cross ice to the side of the net. Shot. The goalie's there. Punches it to the corner. Wilkes battles out of the corner for the Heat. Nice move by him. He tries to throw it down the ice. And he does. Bounces, twirling puck into the zone. Wilson finds it. And he punches it back up to Henderson. Henderson tries to cross ice. Wallace puts it back to McKegg on the defense. McKegg goes D to D to Wilson. Wilson, another cross ice. Shoot! Nice job in finding some passing lanes for the Blazers here. But they're not opening up the goalie much, it doesn't look like.
And they were like, turns out,
35 seconds left in the power play. Blazers need to get something decent on net here. Cazzetto, he puts it down deep as he was pressured. Blazer forechecker. They cause him to rim it up, and Barwise finds it. Back to Cazzetto. Cazzetto, he hits a shin pad, and the puck bounces out. Barwise now looking. Bounces it off the boards. Tough play, but who was that? Picked it up. Cooper picked it up. Now Cazzetto working on the half boards. Cooper comes out with it. He goes down low. They look at give and go for Traxel. It doesn't work. And the Blazers lose the puck and down the ice. It's going to be an icing call as the penalty's over. Henderson at center. The Blazers need to win a draw here. Eventually. And down. And they do. It gets back to Cazzetto, who tries to hammer. It goes side of the net, though. It goes off a stick. And no danger there as the Heat try to break it out. Barwise picks it up, though. Barwise goes up ice for Nielsen. Nielsen can't get it. Picked up by Wilkes. Wilkes takes it wide. He's got 2 Blazers on him. Still with it, there's Wilkes. He cuts across the middle. Irwin kicks aside a low one. And rimmed around the boards by Cazzetto, but not out. Henderson gets it out. But not to the red line. And it's turned back by the Heat. Having trouble getting the puck where it needs to be are the Blazers. Now Cazzetto throws a soft one down the ice. That shouldn't be icing. As the Blazers go for a full-scale change. There you go. Long pass by the Heat. Wilkes surveys. He throws one towards the goal through the crease. But picked up on the other side by Carmusa. Carmusa looking up ice. Just not touched by his winger. It's going to be an icing call.
yeah, I'll definitely give some.
Wallace at center with Cooper and I don't know who that is. Carmusa. Zernhout to Carmusa on the boards. Carmusa tries to chip his man. They battle it on the half boards. Wallace finds it and he flips it out to center. Picked up by the Heat D-man who looks up ice and throws it down deep. Zernhout back for it. He's looking up ice. He finds his man. And the breakout is on. Cross ice to Cooper. Cooper on it. He ends up with the puck. Someone's got to get to the net. Cooper throws one towards the goal and is frozen by the Heat D. It's the D goalie. Offensive zone draw for the Blazers. One back to McKegg. Wilson had a chance to shoot it. He decides to throw a backhand down deep and battle away is Murphy. Back to Wilson. Wilson, chance to shoot it. He goes cross ice to McKegg. McKegg throws it towards the net. It hits a skate. Heat break it out. Wilson works his man, pushes him deep. Now Henderson trips, and the puck's flipped high over Wilson's head. He brings it down. Nice turn back by Wilson. He's looking up ice, cross ice to McKegg. McKegg up to Traxel. Traxel gets shut down. Good battle on the half boards. We got 4 Blazers on the half boards. Now Murphy goes cross ice to Wilson. Wilson dancing around the center ice. Back to McKegg. McKegg can't get it up the boards. Again, McKegg hits his man. And it's turned back up ice by the Heat. Nielsen blocks a pass. Puck comes down, and McKegg finds it from feet. McKegg headsmans it to Wallace. Wallace looking to attack cross ice. Almost for, I don't know who that was. Good chance on goal for the Blazers by Giesberg. Now the Heat trying to weave right through the middle of the ice. And Nielsen's on it. Nielsen to Wallace. Wallace with the puck. He goes cross ice to Giesberg. Hits Giesberg in the skates. Can't bring it in. Now Giesberg with it. He flips one wide for Nielsen to chase down. Nielsen pressures him to man, but he needs to change as he's gassed. Heat looking for a cross ice, and they find it. Attacking with some speed and intent is the Wilkes kid, but he's shut down. Number Carmusa attacking with speed. He's looking for something. It bounces. It's in the paint again, and it gets blocked out by the Heat D. Well done on them. Zzetto with it. Zzetto attacking the line, and it's just tagged up. Is Carmusa in time. He puts it down behind the net. Heat work it around. Chipped is Barwise as he tries to hold the line, but Carmusa comes over to help him and stops the play at center. But the Heat come up with the puck again. Little drag and over the net. Toe dragging shot by the Heat player. The Heat trying to work it out from the corner. They throw it across the ice. Slap it towards Irwin. It hits the post, but stays out. Now Henderson with it. Henderson finds Cooper. Cooper working up the ice. He's shut down nicely by the Heat D-man, who finds the puck and is attacking. Shoots. Kicked aside by Irwin. Up ice for Murphy to Wallace. Wallace squeezes by his man. He's getting pursued. All alone is Wallace, 1-on-2. And the Heat goalie manages to find it. This Heat team has good sticks. Blazers having trouble getting anything meaningful to the net. And when they do, the Heat goalie is freezing everything. The Heat with it now. Zernhout back for it as it bounces over Lawless' stick. Zernhout, nice heavy play on his man. Lawless comes and bounces back out. Traxel now working his guy. He's tripped. Nice work by Traxel to force the issue. And the Blazers have a power play, and they need to do something on this power play. So to start the power play, we got McKagan Wilson on D, Henderson, Wallace, and I don't know who on the left wing. Kramusa on the left wing. But the Heat win the draw, and they take their time, throw it down the ice. Nice knockdown by Wallace. That's not a high stick. But he can't hold the line with it. Attacking are the Heat. Wilson with it now. Wallace finds it at center ice. He attacks. To Nielsen. Nielsen rips it, or is that Henderson? Henderson rips it. Put down deep. Blazers need to get 2 men on the puck. They do. They come up with it. Nice work by the Blazers. Cross ice. Can't find anybody. Wallace. Down to Wilson. Wilson banks it off the boards to Wallace. Wallace hammers it from the point. Kicked out by the goalie. Bounce pass and try to keep it in the zone, but puck bounces up and it's in McKaig's feet. McKaig having trouble dealing with it. He gets a stick on it though. Wilson, little dipsy doodle on his own there. He manages to head man the puck. McKaig goes cross ice to Giesbrecht. He attacks the zone. Now Barwise with it. He goes cross ice to Gazzetto. Gazzetto attacks the line. He has a long rip, and it rips around the end boards to Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht finds somebody for the shot. Nielsen in the corner. Cooper comes out with it. Cooper looking for a pass. Here's Gazzetto. He hammers it. Hits the skate, goes wide. Giesbrecht fans on the shot, but he cycles it back deep. Wilkes tries to get it out, but Barwise is on the blue line. He mishandles it, and he's dispossessed. Now there's a breakaway by the Heat coming down. Nice dive by Barwise. A big save by Irwin. Barwise makes him rush, and Irwin shuts it down. Key save by Irwin to keep the Blazers within 1. 2 seconds left as they give up another chance on the power play. Nine minutes, 8 seconds left in the period. Blazers desperate for a goal. Henderson at center. Puck is down. 1 to Lawless. Lawless with it. Lawless turns back. He's looking up ice. He goes cross ice. Hits the ref in the heel. That felt good. Now battling is Henderson and Lawless on their man. Digging. 2-on-2 in the corner. Lawless comes out with it. Lawless finds his man cross ice, Murphy, and he attacks. He overskates but gets it cross ice to Traxel. These Heat have such good sticks. Murphy on his man is the Heat attacking the zone. Now Murphy back to Zerno. Zerno tries to go up the boards. It's shut down. Oh, man. Zerno pushes his man, and the guy goes down, and it's going to be a penalty. So, 8 minutes, 19 seconds left. Blazers on a penalty kill. The ref tells the players to stay. They do not stay, and they blow it down. The ref comes to have a chat with Wilson about lining up properly. They're very concerned about that. Puck down. And there's a battle in the circle. Comes out with it, does the heat in the feet. Wallace trying to get it out. Does get it out. That must have been out. Finally a whistle comes. And there's a neutral zone draw. Wallace and Henderson. Wallace squeezes his man off. And he finds the puck. Wallace attacks. Good stick by the defender again. As he pokes off Wallace's stick. And down the ice. McKegg. He backhands it down the ice. He hustles off for a change. Henderson doing some good work below the goal line. He kills some valuable seconds of the penalty. But it comes up on the D-man stick. And he headmans it. And they attack 3-on-2. Wide on Cazzetto. Cazzetto sweeps the stick on his man, slows him down. Bounce pass to the defenseman. They go D to D, and it comes outside the zone for the Heat as they regroup. Regrouping is Wilkes. Big Wilkes looking to get a chance on goal. He throws one high. Irwin finds it over his head, and it's frozen. 7 minutes left. 49 seconds left in the penalty. Puck is down. Cooper after it. Cooper pressuring. Shot from deep. It bounces around. Irwin didn't see it. Puck went back by the Heat to the blue line, but not out. And now out down the ice by Cooper. Heat pick it up. They headman it. Go cross ice off a leg. Bar Ice picks it up and throws it down the ice. Picked up down low by the Heat. Spins off his man, does the Heat player. Nielsen pursues. Heat, nice breakout right up Main Street. They shoot right on Irwin. It bounces. Puck is loose. They're jamming away at it. No goal calls the ref as it was poked out from underneath Irwin after the whistle. Henderson at center. Puck is down. Henderson in the ref skates again. Now Lawless boxes his man out, and he's going for a skate. Lawless stops, looks, takes his time, tries to get it to his man, hits the skate. Henderson with it now. Henderson up the boards. It's still not out, but Giesbert finds it and goes cross-eyed as Nielsen picks it up cutely between his legs and goes for the attack. He's got a hard back checker as he throws it deep. Blazers having trouble getting an attack going here. The Heat now going cross ice. Zerno stops it. He finds his man, Wallace. Wallace on the attack. Wallace 1-on-2, 1-on-3. Nice little sachet by Wallace. He shoots. He's kind of tackled from behind. No call. Puck's still alive. Wilson with it. Bounce pass, and it's going to be offside.
Yo, you guys tired. I'm tired. You're up there. Hey, tired.
Wallace at center, flanked by Traxel and Murphy. We got Wilson and McKegg on D. Traxel just inside the blue line. He rims it around deep. Murphy on it, behind the net, battling his man. Murphy comes up with it, looking to get it to the net. Oh, he scores! Murphy with a nice play to Traxel. Traxel makes no mistake. As the Blazers finally break through with a good chance on goal. Well done by the Blazers to get it deep, win the battle, and get it out front. Traxel's dangerous around the net. He doesn't miss much. He's got 2 tonight. Somebody get that guy the puck. 3-3, 5 minutes left. Puck is down at center. Pizzetto to it. He bounces it up the boards. Bounce back by the Heat D-man. Pizzetto again stops at the blue line. Not quite out though, as the Heat are on the attack. Henderson knocks it up over the blue line. And the Heat pick it back and try to go D to D. Back on the attack. Good read by Pizzetto, but it just goes under his stick. It ends up back in the road zone to Barwise. Barwise is D to D to his partner Pizzetto. Pizzetto, stretch pass at center ice. Carmusa can't handle it as he trips on the dot, but it goes wide to Wallace. Wallace looking dangerous. Has a shot right in the guts of the goalie. This goalie might be in Wallace's head a little bit, as he's not a big goalie, but Wallace keeps finding his center of mass. And the puck is down, offensive zone for the Blazers. They win. Giesbert tries to play it back, but doesn't work. Now it's pushed up by the Heat to center. Barwise cuts it off and shoves it back up the boards, and it mucks its way to center ice. Now back to Pizzetto. Pizzetto goes cross ice, lands on Wallace's stick. Wallace attacking. Wallace going wide. Looking to backhand it out front. The puck goes through the crease. No danger. Now Pizzetto with it. Pizzetto looking for a rip. There's a nice tip in front by Nielsen, but it goes wide. Pizzetto stops the puck in the middle, but it bounces off the skate and onto a Heat stick. Barwise pokes it. Now Wallace back behind his own net and he rims it around. Not out though. The Heat D-man finds it. Puts it down deep. Heat looking to center it. Nice stick by Wallace to stop that. But it back to the D for the Heat. The Heat lost one bouncer. Nice high stick possibly on the tip. But it's not called. Barwise battles away. Wallace picks it up. Wallace is gassed. He gives the ref a little something to think about as he hits his Achilles tendon with the puck. Wallace looking to block the shot on Irwin. Irwin stops it and freezes it. No rebound. So 3 minutes left. 3-3. Henderson on the draw. Traxel and Murphy with him. Puck is down, one back. Good pressure by the Blazers. Picked up at the side of the net by the Heat D-man. He can't get it on net. Now the Heat pick it up in the corner. Traxel Murphy tries to knock his man. He loses the stick. Good defense by Lawless. Lawless pushes his man down. There's not going to be a call. Oh, the ref's looking to blow. They blow the whistle, but there's no hand in the air as Wilkes for the Heat goes down hard in the corner. Wallace at center. Puck down. Wallace finds it. Attacking is Carmusa. Carmusa cuts to the middle. Carmusa throws it towards the net. Off the goalie's glove and onto Wallace's stick. Wallace looking dangerous towards the net. It's there. What happened there? It goes behind the net. Stays out nonetheless. McKegg holds the line with some skill. Good job on his. Get it back down deep. Wilkes picks it up behind the net. He's looking. Good job by the Blazers to keep it from getting out. It's on Wallace's stick again. Wallace really pushing now. He misses low wide backhand. Picked up by the Heat at center. He goes for a toe drag. He tries to step around Wilson. Going nowhere. Now Henderson finds it. Henderson attacking. Henderson makes his move. He's dispossessed. It goes into the corner. He continues the battle. Protects the puck in the corner. Henderson 1-on-2. Picked up by the Heat. Now found by the player behind the net. Shoots! Nice save by the Heat goalie as the Blazer player stole the puck behind the net and centered it, but unable to finish was one of the ones, 81 or 71, not sure which. Puck down, minute 24 left. Cazzetto rips it towards the goal. Blockered away by the Heat goalie. Blazers trying to hold the blue line. It gets out though. Cazzetto, or Barwise, cross ice to Cazzetto. Cazzetto throws one towards the goal. It hits a leg. Now all alone in front. Another big save by the Heat goalie. All alone in front was Henderson or Nielsen or Giesbrook. Not sure which. Minute 6 left. Blazers pressing. Puck down, one back to Cazzetto. Cazzetto tracks it towards the goal. He goes high and over the net. Now Traxel with it. Traxel cycles back. Nice stick by Wallace to get the puck. He wins it back to Barwise. Barwise cross ice to Cazzetto. Cazzetto holds it, rips it towards the goal. Blockered away by the goalie again. Wallace wins his battle and comes up with the puck. Wallace looking, he finds Cazzetto. Cazzetto dangerous, shoots. Blockered again by the Heat goalies. He's working that blocker hard. Trying to center. Barwise puts a low one towards the goal. Hits some skates. Now attacking are the Heat. Way outside are the Heat. And I guess the whistle went. 24 seconds left.
24 seconds. Come on,
Yeah, it looks like a timeout's being called by the Heat. They've been under siege for the last 5 minutes. Blazers might regret not burying one of those chances. Not sure what the overtime protocol is around here. Sounds like maybe a shootout.
You ever written it? No, we don't know yet. I think after our
So 24 seconds left. Neutral zone draw. Henderson at center ice. The puck is down. Heat come up with it. They attack the blue line. They try to go wide. Swinging at it. Traxel comes up with it. Traxel goes off the glass safely. Nice stick by the defender. 10 seconds left. Looking to not make any mistakes right now, but Traxel. Oh, they're calling that offside from what angle? I'm not sure, but. And they call it offside. 5 seconds left.
Hey, Josh. Step over here.
5 seconds. Henderson at center. He tries to go forward with it. It's picked up by the Heat D-man Wilkes, who makes no mistake getting it out. And that is regulation 3-3. And we'll find out what happens next. Looks like we got a 5-minute period rung up on the score clock here.
No, we did all the good thing.
Oh, it's in the game.
So we're ramping up the pressure a little bit. XbotGo wins. We're gonna have some 3-on-3. It looks like. That's exciting. I'm not sure how much 3-on-3 all these players are familiar with. But it shouldn't last too long, you would think. 5 minutes ought to be enough for somebody to score. Because this sportscaster is freezing his ass off. Henderson, far-wise. Wallace. 3-on-3 overtime. Here we go. And the puck is down. One back to Barwise. Barwise looking. Barwise goes cross-height to Wallace. Wallace carries down with lots of space. He cuts the middle, shoots, and he hits him in the guts again. Good chance on net by Wallace, but the Heat goalie sees it all the way. Puck is down, back to Barwise. Barwise has a look. Barwise to Henderson. Henderson circles back, keeps possession. He does a saucer over to Barwise. Barwise looks on the blue line. He's looking to beat his man. Barwise muscles up along the boards. He's jostling with his man as the Blazers maintain possession. Wide pass from Henderson to Barwise to Wallace. Wallace looking, center ice. Bounces around the crease. Henderson battling. Henderson protects the puck, but it's fished out by the Heat D-man, and Wallace comes around for help. He rims it around to Barwise. Barwise looking. Barwise goes deep to himself. He's looking to the net. He goes cross ice. There's the puck. Shoots, scores! What a play by Barwise! And Henderson ices it to punch their ticket to the final. Good job by the Blazers to keep possession and to finally make a big play that breaks through on this stellar goaltender from the Heat. Very entertaining game to watch. Great sticks. There was good defending from both teams that game, I thought. Great goaltending as well. It was, I think. Barwise made the pass. Nice 1-2 passing for the Blazers. Yeah, this was good again, but Henderson with the play to ice it. That's right. He didn't pump it into the target, but they're going to give it to Traxel, who had a nice 2-goal game. Well-deserved Traxel was the player of the game. And they're giving it to goalie who turned away a lot of great A chances. To the finals. So this time, Kenny's